Oh well, who have we got then? Have we got anyone? Hello, Dr. Ford. Hello, Cyrus Carter and Duff Blay and Jimmy Wilcox. Yeah, how you doing? Bear Williams. Oh yeah, sounds like me most of the time when I'm video editing. Bear Williams. Yeah. So how are you doing? I hope you're doing better than me, or as good as me. Yeah. Be an optimist. I'm gonna have a nice day. It's gonna be a good day, but it hasn't got off to a good start. Let's put it like that. Because yeah, watching Sydney on Sunday. Yeah. Well, I was gonna go down. I was gonna go boating today. I've had this planned for months. Today, it's been planned for months. It's been trying to find the right weekend when everyone's available, when the weather's good, when the tide conditions are good, because you don't want to go out when the weather conditions ain't good on a boat. So yeah, it's all been planned. It's all been planned. I got everything sorted. So dogs looked after, boat's ready, everything's been prepared. Great. Did all that last night. Spent hours and hours getting the boat ready last night, and yeah, we were getting ready to go out to do that today. Now, of course, boats being what they are, they take longer to drive. They're more complicated. You've got to be a bit more careful with the way you drive, so it's a lot more involved. So, and obviously, it takes time to get the boat in the water and the engine on and everything prepared, and so you can say, well, that probably takes about an hour to get everything ready when you get there. But I planned for the boat to be on the water for about 9:30, right, in Plymouth, and that required that people were on the road this morning, right? People had to be. I'm not going to name names, right? I'm going to keep names out of this, all right? But just use your imaginations, okay? People had to be in Bristol for 7, right? So the people from Bristol could travel to mine for 8, so that I could travel from mine to Portsmouth for 9:30. Okay, that was the plan. Okay, and so I rang at 7 to say, have they turned up? And the person in Bristol has problems because the person has got his phone off. He's not answering his phone. The one who's meant to be at his place at 7, so he can't get on the road. So it's like, okay. So eventually, at about 7:45, I managed to get hold of the person who's meant to be in Bristol, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I'll get over there a bit later." And I'm like, "No, no, not really. No, I don't think you should be coming now. It doesn't seem like a good idea." And then, so I say, "Look, get on your way, will you?" To the person from Bristol, just go, just forget about it. Yeah, just come. But there's a load of people there who are meant to be coming with him, and they ain't even out of bed. So at 8:20, I say, "So are you on the road now? Have you, And it's like, no, no, we're not on the road. So are you close to getting on the road?" It's like, well, not really. Soon. So I'm like, okay, let's just forget this, shall we? Because literally, right? If they're not quite ready, then we're talking 9 before they get on the road. So they get to me for 10. We get down for 10:30, and the boat, we're ready for 11:30. So basically, we're going in at lunchtime in the water. So I've said this to people before. I don't want to be doing this with nearly half the day gone, because if you're going to make that much effort to go down and do boating, and it's going to take that much time to get there, right, then you're spending a load of money on fuel for the boat. You're spending all that time and effort preparing the boat and getting down there. Then you've got to make a proper big day of that, right, and try and use the boat as much as possible to get to where you need to go, so we've got as much footage and exploring as we possibly can. What's the point in going there and just spending a few hours? So I don't know. Anyway, I've tried to kind of instill this in people before. It's like there's no point in putting the boat on the water at 4 in the afternoon just for the fun of it, because you end up with situations like the thing that happened with going to Drake's Island, where you know you lose the daylight and you end up in the crap. So there's no point. It's just crazy. I don't understand the logic. So I've just said to these people, look, forget it. It's just not worth it. And so today's off. Cancel that. But the trouble is a knock-on effect, because there are people who've come to Plymouth to go on the boat, and I've said, well, look, 4/5 of the people that are meant to be coming, it's just like it's lunchtime. This is like this lunchtime thing. So it's like, no, I've just cancelled that. So unfortunately now, the people who come to Plymouth, or there's a person who's come to Plymouth, he's wasted his time driving down, time and petrol driving down. So I've had to apologise to him. And I said, look, I'll make this up to you, but it's not worth me just coming down just for me and you to go out on the boat, because ultimately it's going to cost us more money, because you and I will be sharing all the costs instead of a load of people chucking in a few quid. It's going to be you or I now paying. The best part of this is going to cost about 100 quid, right? Literally, this is going to cost 45 quid for 40 litres of fuel, right? That's what it's cost me, 45 quid. Yeah. There's the petrol to drive down to Portsmouth. There's the time and effort last night. There's the mate looking after the dog, paying him, right? There's all that. You add it up, right? It comes to about 100 quid. And it's a lot of time and effort. So I said, look, I'll just do it again. I'll save the petrol, we'll save the time, we'll do it again. I'm going down to Portsmouth to do an explore today with this chap. And I said, look, don't worry, I'm going to pay you petrol and I'm going to buy you a meal, right, for wasting your time, because you're going to be pissed off. And I don't want you to think that I go around doing this a lot, and buggering about like this, so I'll make it right. And he was all like, oh, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And I said, no, I do have to do that, really. I do, totally, 100% have to do that. Yeah. Now, I'm not having a go, right? I'm not having a go at my mates, because we all make mistakes. Yeah, we all make mistakes. But I am sticking my foot down here about this, because I don't really want to have repeats of this in the future. Because I do get this impression that a lot of the time people think, oh, it's all right, because we can just drag this back. Now, you can with some things, but not with the boat, okay? Not with me flying my aircraft, and not with the boat, okay? Because there's too much effort involved to waste the time, right? With other things, yeah, all right, then you want to waste a few hours, yeah, I'll just go to sleep or whatever, but not when there's a bloody boat sitting in there that you need to use. No, I'm not having that. So I'm drawing my line in the sand and saying to people, bless you, but no, we ain't doing that. And, I get the impression that a few of them were a bit shocked or miffed that I'd done it. And it was like, well, no, you've got to realise, if I say yes to this one, then the next one's going to be even more, even more sort of skewed into the afternoon. So we ain't getting in the water, we might as well take a little inflatable paddly toy and paddle around the park for a bloody hour, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the level of whether or not it's worth it. But, right, I'm going to post the thing. I'm going to post the link. If anyone wants to come in and have a chat for a bit, I don't know how to do it now. There it is. Right. So that's if you want to come in, but you've got to have a camera. I'm not letting people in if you don't have a camera, because I want to see your face. Because if you're going to bugger about, I want the people to see who you are, so they know that you're the one who's buggering about. So yeah, but come on if you want to have a chat. I don't know whether it'll beat me if somebody wants to come on. I can't even see it with that thing on. But anyway, yeah. So shit happens, but I'd rather just cut my losses and this thing's fallen down now. Here we are. I'd rather just cut my losses with this sort of crap when and then just make the best of the day with something that don't involve a lot of lifting, buggering about. A lot of effort, you know. It's a lot of effort. So I'd rather just go on a relaxed explore where I could just drive the car like this. It's really easy because I've got a boat on the back swinging around, yeah. And then I can reverse the car because there's no boat on the back. That's no stress. That's nice. You know, I'd rather do that with today and go and do a casual wander around explore than, you know, lose half the day and then end up with a boat not able to do it. But anyway, Robert says, where am I off to? So yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at the other comments. I shouldn't really be looking at them, but right. I was off to Plymouth. I'm still off to Plymouth, but I'm going to go and do some explores on the shore now instead. I'm going to do some things I wanted to do around Plymouth. You know, and it's such a pain in the ass because I mean I could have brought the dog with me. My mate's looking after my dog. You know, it's such a bloody shame. This, such a real shame. And I've been planning this for such a long time. You know, and I wanted to try and get as many friends as I could on the boat, you know, so that they could experience the stuff as well, you know. So, yeah. And I know they're probably like, oh shit, because they drove over to Bristol and all that. And it's like, yeah, well, I've got to pay the petrol money now to this lad who's come over, and I'm going to be buying him a meal, like, you know, and I've got to like make it up to him. But there is no point. I mean, you've got to say, there comes a point where it's just not worth it. I mean, I've done this sort of stuff with flying my aircraft. You know, you get up at 5 a.m. You're there at 6. The aircraft is prepared and on the runway at 7. Right? You're flying 2 to 3 hours to get somewhere, right? And then you've got 2 to 3 hours there before you've got to fly back and put the aircraft away. It's a whole day. You can't be just like lunching it out and getting up late and turning up, you know, at midday. And then all the, you know, the person who's coming with you in the aircraft will be like, well, what are you doing? It's like, you know, and then like, oh, let's just do it in the afternoon. So you try to get there in the afternoon, and like the weather conditions are not nice because it's turbulent, because it's hot. And then you get there, and it's like, oh shit, I ain't got time to come home. Oh, we'll have to sleep under the wing of the aircraft or go and get a hotel room because we've just totally screwed it up. And it's like, you can't do this stuff. You know, you just cannot do this shit. So, oh, we got a guest. Let's have a look, and we've got Neil. Hey, Mr. Neil, hang on.
Morning,
Somebody
mate.
that I know. A sensible person. Hello, sir.
Why don't you start charging the money, Matt?
Because you know,
it hurts their own pocket then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than
yeah,
yours.
you know, yeah. But you know what they do? Do you know what people do in that situation? I've been down that road in the past, right? It's like,
what, they go on PayPal and ask for refunds?
they would say, well, I haven't been on your boat, so I'm not paying for it. So you say, all right, then, well, next time, then you have to pay in advance, right? Otherwise, you don't come. And they go, well, I'm fucking paying in advance for something I haven't gone on. It's like, you don't want to come, and you're not prepared to pay in advance. And if you don't turn up, so I can't get anyone to take your place, you won't pay. So, yeah. Been there, got the T-shirt. Been there, got the T-shirt.
Right.
I mean, literally. I'm not going to say names, right? But if you're watching, you know who you are, right? I'm gonna tell you how this affects me, right? How this actually adds up. This person in question was meant to be in Bristol at 7 a.m. Okay, this is another person who's meant to be there at 7 a.m. Right? At 8:30, he was telling me that he was going to go and get his mate, right? To get his car. So his mate wasn't even aware that he was going to be going to Portsmouth and getting a car today, right? So do you think his mate's going to get there in half an hour or an hour? And then it's going to take him 2 hours from Bristol to get to Portsmouth. So say he gets his mate going motivated by 9:30, right? That's a conservative estimate. That's like if everything goes well. right?
Yeah.
He's going to get there for 11:30. So hang on now. I'm supposed to be waiting for royalty, you know, like His Royal
Yeah.
Highness, yeah,
Yeah.
at lunchtime,
Nah,
right?
it don't work. Because what people don't realise is you spend more time preparing boats and planes than what you do actually using them, and it
Yeah,
costs more than in maintenance than it does actually running it.
yeah.
If
But
people
it's not
just don't
too bad.
appreciate it, they just treat it
Yeah.
like a ferry.
Well, yeah, but ferries don't wait for you either. They sail off into the distance, and you're standing on the shore.
Yeah, true.
But this is the thing I don't understand, right? I mean, this guy would have had to have been up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he was meant to be there at 7. But he's thinking now in his head that it's perfectly okay to be like there at 12ish, right? I'm thinking. So the joke of this is, it's 5 hours late, and he still thinks there's going to be a boat waiting for him. 5 hours late, and he's actually like telling me why he was going to get there and it was going to. And I'm like,
Nah,
mate,
I've been there.
what are you?
I've been there.
What are you like? Five
I've been there.
hours.
I
5
can remember
hours.
going on. I can remember being in a similar position to you. We were due to fly out abroad to go skiing for a couple of days, and the guy never turned up. And I said, "Right, I'm going. I've got a plane waiting for me." And he lost out. It cost him a couple 300 quid.
Yeah.
But I don't know how these people think.
Well, I know how they think. I mean, you know, I did say to him, I said, I'm not somebody's mum. I'm not somebody's mum, and I'm not trying to tell people how to, live. I mean, well, excuse my language. I'm pretty lazy. But when it comes to this, I have to make absolute special effort to get my arse into gear, because I
Yeah.
am rubbish. I got to make super special effort to do this, which is why I said I'm not doing anything on Saturday, right? Because we've been in London
Yeah.
on Friday doing mega explore, and we were going to be knackered. And they said, "Oh, do you want to do some exploring on Saturday?" I said, "No. Saturday is a rest day because I need to get to bed really early Saturday because I need to be up at the crack of dawn, and I have to do the boat." Then I went to bed, and that was it. So it's like, but some of them, I mean, they went off and did some stuff, and then they were knackered, and then they didn't want to get up in the morning because it's too hard.
Mm.
I get
Yeah.
that. I understand that. I totally understand it, which is maybe why you should have just gone to bed early. But I'm nobody's.
Yeah.
I'm not their parent. I'm not their parent. But this is a frigging big day. Like this is a big day. They would have got footage. Like they'd have got about probably 4 or 5 hours worth of usable footage for their channels today. This is like a big day.
So it's cost even more money in YouTube revenue as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it don't make no sense, I mean, like, this was...
Yeah.
But they said to me, like, they were saying, "Oh, but can't we just go and do some of it?" And it's like,
Yeah.
why bother at this point? Because I just saved the money. We'll reschedule it for the next weekend or something. We'll do it again. We'll do the whole day. It's not like, well, it's going to cost. It's effectively costing me about 100 quid so far. That's money that I will have spent out, to sort of do it. But I'd rather hold on to that, and just get it in one day so it means something rather than have half the value of that 100 quid,
Yeah. So now you got to get home and then unload the car, put the boat back away.
Yeah.
So you've lost the best part of a day yourself.
Yeah. But, I just need...
Blacklist them.
Well, I can't because they're people I know really well, but I need to stick my foot down. Because they possibly think I'm being mean, by saying no and so like putting my foot down. But it's like I have to put my foot down on this one because otherwise, next time it's going to be as bad as this or worse. So I said I'm going to be a meanie next time. I'm going to say it ain't going to be 9 o'clock you're meeting me in the morning. It's going to be on the boat at 7. Actually in the water, which means you have to be ready at 2 in the morning. You are going to love it. Because honestly, I want to get the most out of it. It's like, it's like you say, you're going to Switzerland. So, you got 3 days there. And then it's like, oh, but we can just screw day 1 off. It's like, no, because day 1 is to get there and get prepared and have a little bit. And then day 2 is a really good day. And day 3 is the coming home day. It's like, and they go like, oh, it's all right, we just fucking day 1 off.
It's like, no.
No, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
So okay.
Anyway, that's me rant over, but I've just been cathartic about it and thinking to myself that probably best to reschedule it. It's the only way. I mean, some
Yeah,
people have stayed with people overnight last night to get it done, but I think that people, I don't know, maybe they were just up very late and they should have been in bed, but whatever.
yeah. Often that's the way, isn't it? People end up having a few beers and sleep in.
Yeah, yeah.
We've all
I mean,
done
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't want to fucking, well, excuse my language. I don't want to keep on, like it's going to affect things for the future. But I mean, just can't do it today. It's like last time we did this, we went down to bloody Drake's Island, and it was umming and ahhing about going in, and it was like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or something like that in the afternoon. By the time we got in there, I mean, to be polite, for YouTube purposes, so people don't get egg on their faces, we said that we were in the water at lunchtime. No, we weren't. We were in at bloody 5 p.m. in the evening, right? And like, by the time we got both people over, because we had to ferry across twice, by the time we got everyone over there, it was literally getting dark.
And then you're at even higher risk because it's dark.
It's dark. So it's like,
if someone falls in, it's not much fun trying to find them in the dark.
and I did say to some people, if we're not in the water by lunchtime, I think we should just not do this. And then it was like, oh, should we just do it? And I said, well, you do realize it's going to be dark by the time we need to come back. Oh, that'll be all right. And then, of course, when it sinks in, when it is actually dark and everyone's sphincters are going like this, then it's like, yeah, it's a bit late now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit late in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to explore in the dark.
Well,
I know you can, but you get a better view during the day.
No, I mean, the boat is the problem. I mean, I was quite happy staying on bloody Drake's Island, but I mean, yeah, it's not very easy for people with their sphincters and travelling back on boats.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people would have said, screw this, we'll have to wait till it gets light, because you just can't do this. You cannot use that boat safely at night and expect to sort of survive, basically. I mean, it's not a good thing, but yeah, I mean, you have to draw a line with these things. That's why I'm kind of like, I hope these people, if they watch this video, they appreciate that there's a point where you go beyond there, and it's like, do you know what, guys? If any other delays come in now, it's just going to be game over. So let's not take the gamble. Yeah, let's just call it, redo it. Let's not bugger about and do things by half measure. Let's smash it properly. It's like Ali Law or something. He's like going to a building, and they go, oh well, it's going to get daylight. Everyone's going to come into work, and they were like, we should have gone in 3 a.m, like so you could get in there and do it, and jump off when the sunlight's coming. Yeah. But they go, oh, well, we're a bit late now. It's like 7 a.m, and they're all going to get into work in an hour, and we can only climb halfway up the building, so we're only going to be halfway up by the time, everyone starts piling into work. It's like,
yeah, very true.
You've got to cut it. It's like a cut-off point. It's just silly to do it after that, So I hope they understand my thinking on this. Although they might be pissed off because they thought they were having a fun boat ride today, but no, seriously, it's just not worth it.
No.
So fingers crossed they understand.
Yeah, and now you're coming into autumn, winter. The sea state isn't going to be as good.
Yeah. Well, it's as long as we do it soon. Today's the perfect day. Today's the perfect day because it's not only not too hot, so we're not going to get burnt. It's really low winds, 5 miles per hour. You can't ask for less, right? The tides are extremely low. It's 0.5 meter swells, which is piddling, yeah. And I'm going to take video of this. I'm going to go, you guys missed this date, right? So next time, mine's going to probably be like this, boing, boing, because it's not as good as today. So anyway, but yeah, people.
So you,
yeah,
so you are going, or you're not going?
No, we're not. I'm going to take. I'm
No.
going to take when I go, because I'm going to Portsmouth to meet this chap, and say
Okay.
I'm really sorry, because he drove there. He was there at 9, which is the time that I told him to be there. He was there at 9. He got up at 5, and he drove down. And it's like, I can't believe how much of a piss take I'm taking against this bloke, you know, because he's there. But it's just like boosh, you know. So I'm coming down, going to take him on an explore around Portsmouth, and I'm going to pay his fuel, you know, because I think it's just wrong that he should have had to have come down here like that and sort of like made all the effort to get up early, and it's just gone tits up, really. So yeah, I'm going to sort him out and buy him some food.
Okay.
And bless him, he said to me, he said, you can't pay my petrol. And I was thinking, oh, here we go. It's going to cost me a fortune. And he's like, and I said, no, mate. And I said, well, you know, he goes, well, you know, it's going to cost you too much. I said, no, it's not. It'll be fine. And I was like, holding on. He goes, I said, well, how much do you think it's going to be? He's like, oh, it's about 20 quid. I said, what, one way? It's like, no, both ways. I'm like, mate, I can definitely afford 20 quid. I'm buying you food as well, mate. What the? Yes. So, you know what I mean? I was expecting, like, oh, he's got a gutsy car. We're going to be on the 80 quid mark. You know, it's like, but yeah, bless him. So, yeah, but that's what we got to do at the moment. We got to get down to a location in Plymouth, and we're going to do quite an interesting place, and some secret stuff as well that they probably don't want filmed. So
Okay.
So make the most.
Go, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I'm looking after the children whilst my other half is having a sleep in.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Then, right. Well, safe travels, safe explore, and
thank you very.
I shall see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, all right. Take.
All right. Take
care.
Yeah. Cheers.
Right,
now.
Cheers. Bye bye.
So, right.
Let's get the thing up, because I can't talk to myself, but if anybody wants to talk to me whilst I'm driving down, there we are. The two of us should have just gone F you to the others. He did say to me, why don't I just bring the boat down and we do it together? And I said, well, we could, but it might be harder with just two of us. And also it increases the costs for both of us. Because, you know, if people chip in for the petrol and everything else, you know, then it costs more. So it's one of those. Should have maybe we should have just done it, me and him together, and then just shown them what they missed. You know, sorry guys, you missed it. You missed the boat. Yeah, as the saying goes, you missed the effing boat. So, but at the end of the day, I'm not really about, you know, penalising my mates and stuff, and I'd rather go with people that I've arranged to go with, but shit happens, then we'll have to reschedule it. So, you know, I could turn around and sort of say, yeah, I've done it, and you guys weren't there, and I've done it with this bloke, and that's it. Look, we've done it together now, and you guys have all missed out. But I'll try one more time to reschedule it. If people don't sort of don't get it together, then we won't be doing it with them. We'll have to do it with somebody else. But fingers crossed that doesn't happen. We shall see. So, what am I doing? Tuppy says, well, what we were going to do is we were going to go out in Portsmouth with the boat and see some stuff. So, you will have to draw your own conclusions from that one. I don't like giving too much away, but yeah. Now, I'm going to be exploring some military establishments, I think. So we're going to have a look at some former and current military establishments in and around Portsmouth. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. But yeah, hey Medieval, how you doing, man? Yeah, flatulence commander. Yeah, we can do without that, unless we get a. But mind you, with that amount of flatulence, we could probably just direct it into the fuel tank and run it off bloody methane, I suppose. But yeah, was I having a whoosh then? A whoosh? No, I wasn't having a whoosh. Depends what you mean by whoosh, as in like how my dog does a whoosh, or don't know, like whooshing off in speed terms. I don't know, mate. Anyway, if anybody wants to come on, then hang on, how do I get this thing working? If anybody wants to come on, the link is there. Otherwise, I'll talk until my destination, which I think is about 20 minutes away, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, take my glasses off. It's easier for me to see without it. Am I likely to visit Penzance? I may do, but that's a monster drive because it's like Plymouth and then another bloody hour and a half or 2 hours beyond Plymouth, isn't it? So it's a fair old drive. That is a fair old drive. So yeah, just going into Portsmouth today now. So do I ever sleep? Yeah. Well, I did my premiere at like 10 o'clock last night, and it was just about an hour long, and I just went to bed then. But I tried to get myself quietened down by about 7 in the evening last night, so I was in relax mode then. Got the boat ready earlier on in the day. But yeah, I do sleep, and I sleep for hours and hours and hours, but I do tend to sort of sleep into the midday time, and then I'm up doing editing and things during the night. That's generally how I work. So if anybody wants to come on, so Andrew J says, absolute legend. Enjoyed the last Explore. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, yes. Minisaurus asked me if I'm going to a certain place. No, I'm going to say. And if I was, I wouldn't admit to it. So, yeah, the snoozers lost out. They did, yeah, that's right. But, I mean, I think you got to be serious about this shit. You know what I mean? I think I was quite clear. I was really clear when I said, like, 7 o'clock be at his place in Bristol, 8 o'clock he's at my place in Market Lavington, 9 to 9:30 we're in Portsmouth, put the boat in the water. It's like 7, 8, 9. It's really easy, isn't it? So you can remember it. 7, 8, 9. Hang on. Am I going the right place? I think I'm screwing this up, yeah. I better just check where I'm going, yeah. Hang on. I'm screwing this up, otherwise. Jesus, where do I go? This is not... oh, hang on. Oh, I'm remembering it because I've been down here before. Funny, actually, I remembered this route. I'm starting to get used to coming down here now. I was like, I'm sure I went down there before, and indeed, I'm correct. So, yay. What else we got happening? And so, yeah. But I'm going to go and do some military stuff down here today. So watch out, military in Portsmouth. So if anyone wants to come on the live, you can, by the way. So just hang on. That's the thing, but you'll have to come on quick. You will have to come on quickly because I haven't got long. I've got 20 minutes now until I get to my destination. So, and it will be good actually coming here today because it allows me to check out whether or not some of these slipways that I want to know, are they
accessible? Ah, here we go. We've got somebody who wants to come on, I think. Yes. Callum Cromwell.
Hello.
All right, mate. How you doing?
All right, you?
Yeah, very good, thanks. Yes. Apart from today being a bit of a fuck up. I let you down once before. I'm going to try not to do that one again. See, I'm fucking, yeah. I lunched you out. Now I've been lunched out.
Just on my way home from Bristol.
No way.
Been out all night, yeah.
With your foot the way it is as well.
What's that?
Your foot's screwed, isn't it?
It is.
So why don't you just go and take some rest and get your foot well?
Just can't stay in.
It's that urbex fever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what did you see? Are you allowed to tell us, or?
Went to the Clifton, is it the train tunnel thing, station thing?
Yes. The Clifton Railway, as it's called, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I got into that.
Really? It was open, was it?
Literally, you just push the gate and you're in. You just squeeze in.
Oh my God.
It's got like a bike chain on it.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, after a certain person we know got in there, and he's, you know, because this is a museum, folks, and apparently the people who run this museum said that he was caught on the CCTV getting in there, but not like you got in there, and then proceeded to throw one of the train trams into the river. This lovely chap that we know. Yeah. And he respects museums, and we're all disrespectful of museums. All of us lot are all disrespectful of museums. But he's respectful because, you know, he just takes items from within the museum, wheels them across a main road, a dual carriageway, wheels them across a dual carriageway, then pushes them up onto the railings and pushes them into the muddy riverbank.
Idiot.
Yeah. But that apparently, you see, that
definitely it looks disused to me. It does like part of it, and then the top part's in use definitely.
The top part is just the museum, and the rest of it is just an empty blank shell.
Yeah, it's just all like the floors collapsed and stuff like that. There's not much to see.
Yeah. No, there's nothing to see there really. I mean, it is just literally a bunch of old photos at the top, but they are planning to redevelop it, apparently. You still there? Are you still there? Hello? Mr. Callum? Can't hear you. Are you alright? There's no audio. I don't know if you're still there. Mr. Callum, I can hear you, but are you speaking or? I don't know what's going on here.
Shit happens with the letdowns, Andrew Clark, by the way. Don't worry.
It's not, I'm totally
used to this sort of stuff, so don't worry about that. Yeah. So we are used to this sort of crap. Goes with the territory, sadly. So, well, I don't know what's happened to... I don't know what's happened to Matey, so... I don't know, he disappeared. He disappeared. But look, I got 173 people here, and it's doing my nut actually trying to use the sat nav and the StreamYard. So I'm going to knock this on the head because I'm getting into territory now where I really need my sat nav. But anyway, guys, it's been lovely. Thank you very much, and we shall catch you soon. But there we are. I think it's cathartic. I'm using you like my psychotherapist, and I think it's cathartic to like rant about shit that's just gone wrong. Some people would say it's a good thing, some people would say it's a bad thing, but we'll find out in time. If I lose some subscribers, then I got to stop doing the rants. But yeah, yeah, I'm just doing this so people can hopefully understand my feelings on it. It's why the way my brain's working, and shit happens, but I don't know. It's like, it's just, yeah. I'd rather do a whole day rather than just like a sort of half-baked, half thing day. So anyway, you got that. I'm not going to repeat myself. Catch you guys in a bit then, so I can use my sat nav. All the best. Speak soon. Nanu nanu.